Yes guys, you read the title correctly. I am selling my M5. Now I've had this car for 5 months.
Jesus Christ.
I have absolutely loved owning it, and the time has come to part with it. In this video I'm going to be talking to you about why I'm parting with this car, and secondly, the ideas, phone's ringing, talk to you about the thoughts on what car I'm going to be getting next, alright? Let's get on with it. Guys, I cannot believe I'm filming this video. I am parting with the M5. Now, I bought this car at the end of September last year. It's actually February now, so 22nd of February at the point of filming this video. But by the time this video goes up, it'll be well into March. So I'm getting on to 6 months of owning this car. And it's a 2019 F90 M5 Competition, for those that don't know. It's done 44,000 miles. I think when I bought it, it had done about 41,000 miles. So I've done 3,000 miles in it. Put my plate on it as well, the arsehole plate. I say arsehole, it's AS51. Without the one it would be even better, but it would be illegal if it had that. All of the arsehole plates in existence have actually been taken out of circulation because they're not very sightly.
So there's another batch that aren't allowed. Yeah. Well, you can't now have A55 HOL.
That's a bottom thing.
Great one for the school run though, it's a right laugh. Doing a school run with that plate on the car. So yeah, I've massively enjoyed owning this car, and the reasons for that, I suppose, it kind of offers everything. It's got the looks, it's got the road presence, it's powerful. It's a stage 1 car, by the way, 720 brake horsepower. From factory, I think they're more like 600 brake horsepower, so it's quite a nice little power gain there. And since I've had it, what else have I done to it? I've had the exhaust tips put on there, just a standard brushed silver, because when I bought it, it had like some blue anodized exhaust tips. I didn't really like them, so we swapped them out for the same style tips, but with silver instead of blue. They look really nice. I put some wheel spaces on it just to give it a bit of a fatter stance as well. And is that about it? Hashtag on it stickers, little dream sticker at the rear as well. And that is literally everything. Now, on the interior, this car has got absolutely massive spec. This car's got so much spec, like little things like soft closed doors. Check that out, there we go. Silly things really, it's like a bloody 7 Series but with an M badge, but it's a 5 Series, so it's kind of got the big presence of a 7 Series, the luxury of a 7 Series, but it is a proper M car, and I'm not joking, it is definitely a proper M car. So you're driving down the road in pure comfort, and then you've got the option to just select that button there, the M1 button, which I've got that one set up in 4-wheel drive mode and this one set up in rear-wheel drive mode. You've got the option to do either. The exhaust flaps open, the sound of the engine changes, and it is an absolute beast. But yeah, spec wise, we've got Bose and Wilkins sound, soft closed doors, I've got night vision, a rear blind. It's got a crazy amount of spec, and that is another thing that drew me to wanting this car. Like when I decided that I wanted an F90 M5, this car in particular, with the spec that it's got, it's a very unique car. It's very rare, and on the open market currently there isn't anything comparable to it whatsoever. So what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm going to talk to you about, I suppose, why I'm selling it, and secondly, what cars I'm thinking about getting next. We'll do that though in the driver's seat on the road. Let's hit the road, yeah? This car is such a strange thing to drive because you expect it to be fat and lazy and sluggish, and if anything, it's the complete opposite. It feels nimble, it feels light, it's the throttle pedal's delicate. I've always got it in that M1 mode, so it's in 4-wheel drive mode all the time, but it's kind of a rear dominant 4-wheel drive mode, so you can slide it around corners and the front wheels will just pull you out of the bend and it will just save you every time. It's genius. It makes you feel like an absolute drift king. But I'm far from a drift king, all right? It's just great fun, loads of noise, loads of power, and you get full traction all the time. Now, like I said earlier, you've got the option to switch it to rear wheel drive, M2. We'll press that now. It changes the car completely. You can see it's we're on that horrible road. Why do I just optionally choose to go down this road all the time? But in real drive mode, this car is an absolute handful. If anything, it's a bit pointless. It should never have been a real drive car, which luckily they never did make it that. And yeah, I'm sure on a track or on the right sort of road, it's great fun, but I rarely, there you go, back end. I rarely drive it in real drive mode for that reason, because it's a bloody handful. Let's go back to M1 mode and continue the conversation of why have I concluded or come up with the idea of parting with the M5 guys. Why am I doing it? My mechanic come down the other day and said, "Cal, do you think you need new tyres on your car?" And I looked at him and said, "Bloody hell, yeah, the rear tyre's looking a bit naughty," and he sent me this video.
We have a nice M5 competition. Calvin, look! Where is the tires? No tires!
So I was like, yeah, right, I think I better get some tyres for my M5. So for the last couple of days, because we ordered the tyres, it took a while to find them. I wanted Michelin PS4 S tyres to match the front, and they're kind of the go-to tyre at the minute. They're good value. They're not, I say they're not mega money. It's about 500 quid for a pair of them. But that is the only thing that I've done to this car, by the way, since the time that I've owned it. Like maintenance-wise, VRS might have serviced it, but other than that, it's not gone wrong. It's not had no issues. It's been brilliant. But in the time that it was getting the tyres done, I've been driving bits of stock, right? I think if you follow me on Instagram, you'd have seen that I've been driving a Land Rover. What did I drive to work in today? A Land Rover Discovery Sport, proper boring car, not exciting at all. I should have pulled out in front of that STV Focus, quite a nice car actually. And what was I driving yesterday? And yesterday I was driving a VW Touareg. Look how quick this car is. By the way, this car is like one of the fastest cars on my Dragon leaderboard, which is another reason why I'm struggling to part with it. But I've been driving bits of stock for the last couple of days, and I've been thinking, do you know what, I can continue to do this, just drive bits of stock. It's quite exciting, it's interesting. I'm in and out of different cars all the time, but the annoying thing is when you're driving bits of stock, I say it a lot, is when you get a customer interested in the car that you're driving, it just ain't ideal for the business. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse. It's also a pain in the arse for me because I'm constantly moving all of my stuff in and out of different cars. So I don't know, the reason why anyway that I'm selling my car is, there isn't actually a reason. I've got no reason why I'm selling this car. I just decided that I've had it a long time. 5-6 months is a long time for me. I don't think I've had a car for that long for ages. And I get in it, like I got in it today after driving that bloody Discovery Sport to work this morning. And I looked at this interior and I thought, Cal, this car is beautiful. Like this, like I just said just now, this is the perfect combination of luxury, comfort, sports car, German. It's got everything going for it. It's just the dream car, and at the price point that it's at, they start at about £60,000. For that, you ain't getting one with this spec. There ain't really a car. There isn't. There definitely isn't a comparable car. I've been looking at Mercedes AMG GTs. I think they're a wicked car, but I just feel like, for me personally, I feel like I'll be back to hating the size of it. I think they're going to be a bit cramped for me. But that aside, they're an amazing choice of car, an AMG GT. I would definitely consider one of them. The plan really is not to try and better this car, it's just change. I don't think this car can be beaten at the price point it's at. There is not a better car, certainly not for me anyway. I love a four-door family saloon with a big V8. I love what this car offers, and there ain't nothing like it on the market. An AMG E63, sorry, an E63 AMGS, that is a great choice of car, but I feel like to get one spec'd to this level, it would cost quite a lot of money. You want these seats as well, the sports seats, which these cars come with sports seats as standard, whereas the AMGS's, I don't think they do. I haven't looked at them for a while. I kind of went off the idea of getting one, no idea why, but yeah, I don't think that's a choice of car for me either. But on that note, I've actually bought a car. I've bought a car. That's something I've not yet told you. I bought a car over a year ago, right? And it's a car that I really like. I've always liked them, and I've done a reveal video on that car, showed everyone around it, and then the car just disappeared, yeah, out of my life and away from my channel. And no one really ever asked me what happened to that car. No one ever was like, "Cal, what did you do with that car?" Now, what actually happened with that car is it broke, and it took this long to get it fixed. It's looking like that car is almost repaired now. It's getting to the end of its time, where it will be coming back to me quite soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I think I might daily drive that car for a period once it comes back. It's an amazing thing. I won't tell you what it is now, because I don't want to jinx myself, because this repair period could go on for a hell of a lot longer. I don't know yet, but it's a seriously cool car. Oh, she's just curved her wheel because she come up there at a crazy speed in a little BMW M5. Thank you. Electric cars, I've been looking at them. I say I've been looking at them. I'm fascinated by the fact that you can drive a car for absolutely nothing. We've got no fuel, by the way, on that note. 21 miles left in the tank. The lights just come on there to let me know. But yeah, what sparked me to talk about electric is that BMW M3 is costing her nothing to run that car. Absolutely nothing. The G-Wiz, like I've been driving that. I've done that range test video and that costs nothing. But I don't know why I'm talking. I ain't getting an electric car, guys. I'm not ready to go electric yet, but it is interesting. This car cost me £100 a week on fuel. I do 200 miles a week, pretty much every week. I don't do loads of driving. There's a lot of money on fuel every week, and it does bug me a little bit. But whilst I'm an absolutely massive petrol head and I enjoy listening to all these wonderful sounds, wonderful sounds, yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready to part with a big lumpy V8 engine under my bonnet. All right, so yeah, the M5's going up sale. I'm probably just going to advertise it myself at Binker. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't need anything before it goes. We've got the tyres done, it's ready to go. So yeah, if anyone at any point in time watches this video and you are considering buying an M5, this video is going to be online forever, and there will be people watching this video trying to get a bit of an insight to owning an M5 Competition. Trust me, whether you're buying one today and it's £30,000, £20,000, £50,000, whatever, even in 20 years time when they've gone up in value and they're worth whatever amount of money, they are an absolutely brilliant car. I would highly recommend anyone considering buying one of these cars, if you can afford it, if you can afford to buy one and run one of these cars, it is an absolute joy to drive. It's been a pleasure to own, and I'm so glad that one, I've had it for so long, and two, that I chose this as my choice of car for the last 5 months. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up because I do need to get to a petrol station. My fuel gauge has now gone down to 14 miles, but thank you very much for watching. Look out for what's to come on my channel. I am an automotive YouTuber. It's kind of expected for me to have a nice car. I will chop and change. I will get in and out of different cars, but ultimately I do want to end up owning another car after the M5 is gone, all right? So yeah, look out for coming videos. Right now I'm going to wrap it up, say thank you very much for watching. If you did like this video, do me a favour, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary, and I'll see you in my next video, alright? Bye.